Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to clear energy around the topic of victimhood. And the topic of victimhood, what I mean by that is anyone who has been victimized. And there are people on our planet, in this world, who unfortunately have this perpetual situation happening where they are constantly victimized, bullied, oppressed. And when you have that energy, when that energy is in your field, it's usually because it has happened to you. And that fear of it happening again kind of like leaves an imprint on your energetic field. And, you know, it's unfortunate that the things that happen to us traumatize us, because when you are a victim, it's already bad enough that something like that happened to you and someone did that to you. And it's unfortunate that that leaves an imprint on your energetic field that kind of perpetuates that and keeps that cycle going. So I really am, adamant on clearing this and helping people break loose from that energy so that they may feel freedom, they may feel empowered from the inside, that they can have their light back, and that they know that they're no longer, or they no longer have to be bowing down or hiding from people who previously would feel very intimidating or scary, that they know that they are in control, and at least if they are, you know, like that they are safe in their own bodies. Because what tends to happen is that even if that person or the people or whoever victimize you is not around, that feeling of unsafety sticks, that feeling of looking over your shoulder sticks, that feeling of fearing people being unpredictable sticks. And you'll notice that probably in your day-to-day, that you're maybe more aware of your surroundings. And it's not a bad thing to be aware of your surroundings, but to be hyper vigilant of your surroundings takes away from the energy that you could be using to live life in a more chilled and relaxed way and a more regulated state. So with that said, I invite you to find a comfortable seat and a place where you know you won't be disturbed in the next 15 minutes or maybe a bit longer. And you can really come to yourself without any disturbances. Good. So I invite you to put a hand on your heart and your solar plexus, because we're just gonna drop in. We're gonna drop into our bodies for a minute. So closing the eyes is very, very encouraged. I just want you to become aware of how you are sitting here. What is happening in your body? Is there any heaviness, any discomfort, any tension? And if so, I just want you to be aware of it. Just be aware of what is happening in your body. Completely closing yourself off from any outside distractions, any outside noise. They just become background noise. And breathing out and really letting the day go. Really letting anything that has happened just soften and melt away. And I want you to imagine if there's any uncomfortable tension or anything happening in your body that you want to release. Just imagine your hand going over it and it's softening up. hand goes over it, it just releases and moves out of your body. And so you feel more spacious every time you do that. You feel more comfortable. And you feel more rooted and anchored in where you are sitting at the moment. And that's important for you to feel rooted and anchored right now. Because as we're bringing up these parts that might have been victimized in the past, it's important for you to be the anchor that supports them through this clearing. So for you to feel seated and fortified. And then what I want you to imagine is a big circle. A big circle, and we're going to ask all the parts of you, and this may be parts of you that you've never seen or encountered, parts of you from different lifetimes, parts of you that are connected to ancestral victimization. So all the parts of you that have been victimized, that have been oppressed, that have been bullied, all those parts, and you allow all the parts to just enter the circle. And if it needs to, you can expand the circle. And it might be that there are a lot of parts that you're seeing, or it might be that you're not seeing anything right now. Just know that whatever you're doing is exactly what you need to be doing, and the clearing will work regardless of if you see anything or not. So you invite all these parts into the circle. And from all the parts that are there, you can allow the spokesperson of these parts, so the spokesperson being someone in the group who speaks on behalf of all of them. You can let them be in the front. And listen closely for what this spokesperson has to say about what they need. And you might be receiving that in a felt sensation or through images, or you can actually hear it. And again, even if you don't pick up on anything, just know that it's going as it should be going. And so you listen closely to what it is that they say they need. And on the other side of the circle, you create another big circle, but this circle is filled with light. This circle is filled with transmuting energy. This circle is filled with anything that they need to feel heard, acknowledged, seen in their experience. This circle is filled with love and understanding and compassion. And so you see them hop over one by one into that circle. that circle that is shining a light so bright that it has no other way than to pass through them and really transmute what it is that they've been carrying for so long. And with every part that passes, you just feel more and more release happening. And I just want you to take your time and just allow all these parts to enter the light as it's beaming very strongly and brightly. And for you to allow them to feel it from their toes to their heads and just beam through them. And they can spend some time just walking around in that light, laying there. Just see them really absorbing that light of love and compassion. And you might already feel how much lighter they're becoming. You might already feel that they're releasing so much. And to support them in their release, you can extend them some compassion and say, I'm so sorry you had to go through all of that, as you're beaming your own light towards them. I'm so sorry they hurt you. You can repeat after me if you want to, or come up with your own compassion statements. I'm so sorry you hid your light for so long because you were afraid of being visible. I'm so sorry you constantly looked over your shoulder to make sure you were safe. I'm so sorry it took so long for you to be seen and acknowledged. You can see them absorbing your compassion and absorbing the light that is coming from beneath them, beaming through them, absolving them from all the pain, the heartbreak, the sadness, the fear that they've been carrying for so long. And as they absorb it and you feel lightness entering all of the different parts, you can invite them into their new world, a world full of green, a world full of light, a world full of sunrises, a world where there's dance and play, and they are free to shine their light. They are free to be seen. They are free to be heard. They are free to be loud and playful. And they feel strong and powerful. It's the type of power that has a soft heart and is filled with kindness, and yet has very strong boundaries in the most loving way. Loving to self and loving to others. And so you can just feel that energy of play that is re-entering all the parts, that energy of excitement, that energy of openness to the world, that energy of open-heartedness. I might feel that there are like some tears that want to pass through because it has been so long since all of this was fully allowed, and it's okay. Tears are just release. Yawns are release. Burps are release. So anything that wants to pass through is perfect. And as these parts are rejoicing in their new world, you can see different things reflecting back to them how they are safe, that this is their world. They can command and are in control. And this world is rooted in love and kindness. This world is rooted in anything that benefits them and supports them. This world is rooted in them flourishing and rising. So if you feel that all the parts have been able to absorb this new light, and you want to invite them back into you, feel free to do so. If you feel like they still need some time to play and run around, you can also do that. So whatever you decide to do, make sure you give them a big hug. And once you're done with that, I invite you to slowly start waking up your body and returning to the here and the now. Moving your limbs, opening your eyes. And that was it for today. Again, if this served you, you enjoyed this, or if you want to share anything else, please feel free to comment below. I really appreciate it. Also, make sure to like this video so it spreads to the people who want to see this as well. Hope to see you probably tomorrow, because I'm making a video a day, or I'm trying to make a video a day for the next 30 days. So I'm looking forward to seeing you again